Okay, so welcome back to our session of video tutorials to help you get oriented with the course. So in this video tutorial, I would like to talk about two things: types of activities and etiquette. And since we work online, we like to call this e-etiquette. So let's scroll down to the particular units or blocks area in our getting started unit. So let's just review what we've looked at so far. We've um, learned how to use our course finder. We go to getting started to go here. We learned that we can, anytime we need any information or any help, we can always go to help and support. We learned how to make a post in our forums. We click on the discussion thread and we make a post like we did here. No? Okay. We also learned that an easy way to get back to the course main page that we were in was to use our breadcrumb bar and go back to exactly where we started from. Then we learned about how to update our profile and send a message in the participants area. Okay, so now let's take a look at what types of activities we will be using in the course. Okay, so we talked about our help and support. Um, this is a questionnaire. So that is one type of activity that we use in our course. And normally, in once we start in our course units, questionnaires are much like brainstorming activities that we do in our classrooms with our students. You're asked a series of questions, you write your answer to those questions, and you can come back periodically during the unit and see what your other course mates had to participate and to do some collaborative knowledge gathering. Okay, so basically, in order to post in a questionnaire, you open and then you click answer the questions, and as you can see here, um, you're asked the question: why are you doing the course? How often can you be online? Do you have a dial-up or a broadband? How confident are you using the following? Are you worried about doing anything to do with the course? So basically, this is it, and then you just submit your answers. Okay, you can come back later and get a good idea as to what types of, and I check these types of things at least every other day to see how things are going. It's good information for me as well, and all your moderators. Okay, so once again, we go back to our getting started unit. So questionnaires are a very good information gathering tool for us. So here we go back to the profile section. We've already looked at that. We looked at the participants, how to send a message. Okay, so here is the right tool for the job. So this is a very important section. You need to make sure that you understand all of this information, and I will go through this with you a little bit to help you understand now. So if we click here, this basically tells us exactly what tools we use in the course and what their purposes are. Okay. So once again, I discussed with you about blocks. The other examples are activities, messages, online users, profile search, forums. We looked at all of those here. And then the different types of activities that we have in our course units. Okay, forums, we took a look at that. Resource pages, that's what we're looking at right now. Exercises, I'll go over that with you. And basically, this is a brief description of those. Forums is a place to discuss topics with your course mates. Wikis, a space to write something together with your course mates. I like wikis. I think everybody's familiar with Wikipedia, and that's just a fancy wiki. Basically, a wiki is a collaborative learning document where we share knowledge with each other and build collaborative knowledge. Chat is just like any other chat in any other software program that we use on a daily basis. Messaging is much like what we're talking about, but probably the most commonly used chat rooms are in Facebook right now. Polls are just that. Those ask everybody certain questions and you vote on your yes or no or like or dislike those things. Questionnaire we just looked at. Resources are just that. It's course content. You either read or listen to something. An exercise, questions to check that you understand ideas of the course. And a lesson, questions to check that you understand ideas on the course or to introduce new content. Okay. One very important thing that here in our little idea is these are every time you finish a particular item, you should see a little check mark once you finish. Okay, and that's very important because that will give you a good idea as to whether you have completed something or not. Sometimes in the courses you were going back and forth, and it's sometimes confusing. But if you'll make sure that you have your little these marks boxes checked, you will be assured that you will have completed everything on time. Okay, so that's just a brief to look at the different types of course content. Okay, so exercises, um, another good tool that we have. Various types of exercises that we do in the course. Some of them you write your answers, some you drag and drop, some are matching. Various types of exercises that we do. Okay, and in most cases, you are allowed to do these more than one time. These are really not um, meant to grade you, so to speak. They're meant as learning tools. In other words, they're formative activities, they're not summative activities. So let's just take a look at one exercise here. So this is a drag and drop question. So in other words, you would drag these here, drag this here, drag this here. You check your answers. Okay, you're good. Multiple choice answers. These are the same. These are ordering questions. So in other words, you go A, B, C, D, E, F, something like that. Okay, and so that's basically all there are. Those are the types of exercises that we have. Okay. So basically, that's it on types of activities that we do in the course and what their uses are. Okay. So next thing that we talk about is our interaction online. Okay. Very important. There are conventions in online communication, meaning that there are rules that we go by, respect and courtesy that we use when addressing others in written form online. And we call that netiquette. Okay? Some people call it etiquette. It really depends. Okay? So these are some good resources, study guides and strategies. This is a web page, as you can see. Okay, the 10 Commandments of Email Etiquette, Okay, it's a very good idea to read all of these things and to understand how to communicate. One thing that all of us ask you to do is do not use all caps. Okay, um, and there's a reason for that, because it looks like you are shouting or screaming. That's probably the number one etiquette rule in my book. Okay, but there's several other things to consider when you're working online. Okay, um, here's another very good resource. Okay, um, make sure to watch the video and to go through the various points 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and here is a very good document as well. So please be sure to read all of these. Okay, um, because if you don't follow these conventions, I can assure you that your e-moderator will make sure that you understand how to interact correctly. Okay, if you're working in the course, pretty much you should have all of the technical requirements. This particular browser that I'm using while I'm making this is Google Chrome. Some of you might know it as Google Chrome. That is, in my experience, the best browser to use for this particular website. Mozilla Firefox works very good, but I would not recommend using Internet Explorer. I know some of you might be used to using Internet Explorer, but in all honesty, this particular platform runs best with Google Chrome. Okay, and then reflective learning, that will be very prevalent in what we teach from a moderator standpoint. We really are going to try to help lead you and guide you onto how to be reflective teachers and to use reflection as a key tool in your learning journey and becoming a modern, up-to-date teacher using the latest practices, and reflective teaching is one of those. So some very good resources here. Make sure to read that. Okay, so that's basically all we have for this particular video tutorial. So basically we have worked our way through the getting started unit, and as you can see, there's really nothing difficult about working online. Okay, the platform at times could seem a bit difficult to get used to, but hopefully with these videos and having had the time to get oriented to the course, you will find once we get started into the units proper that things will move along very easily. Okay, so thank you so much, and I hope you found this useful.